goal setting is important because it provides direction for your life. It gives you a way to track your progress. It gives you a reason to celebrate small wins to keep you motivated on the track and the places that you're going. So goal setting for the direction that it provides, yes, this is very good to keep you on track. First goal I have for my life, the first goal I have for my life that I can remember was just making it from down the dirt road. Just, when we was little, you little kids, you want to do stuff, you want to go to the beach, and when you want to do stuff, you can't because you don't have the means to do it. So I remember saying, when I get older, if I can't do something, it will not be because I don't have the money to do it. Because like they say, having money is not everything, but not having it is. Because you got to make decisions from a place of lack, from a place of scarcity. Is the lights going to be cut on today, or are we going to have food? So I used to ask my mom so much. It could be something as simple as getting a snow cone off the ice cream truck. And it was like, we just don't have it. So, as a kid, you hear that we just don't have it so much. Then it was like, you know what? So it was never about, I want money for, braggadocious reasons. It was, but the basic necessities wasn't taken care of. And at least if we had some money, then I could think about something else other than what I don't have. So my first goal was to get a few dollars so I could get from down the dirt road and live a little. Then I was young and it was just more of a generalization. I want to do this. I wasn't really familiar with the goal writing process and all of that, but it was a generalization and a passion of I want to do this. Just like I knew at a very young age I wanted to break the cycle of generational poverty. I didn't know how, but I knew I did, and I knew why I wanted to do it. And I just knew the rest of it would come to me. Yes, I figured, coming from where I'm coming from, any advantage I could have. So getting a high school diploma first and having that because I saw firsthand, the statistics when you didn't get a high school diploma. So if I said, if anything else, just let me put myself in a better position. So getting a high school diploma and going to college was, because I didn't know how it was going to come about, but I wanted to do everything possible to give myself the chance or the advantage to do what I need to do. The way I stay motivated is the overall vision of my life. The goals are step process to get me there to the overall vision. But having that overall vision and knowing why behind the goals keeps me motivated because just admit it, every day you're not gonna feel like it. Life happens, you get frustrated, adversity, challenges, but having that vision and that mission of what your life is and that greater sense of purpose makes it all worthwhile and make you able to handle those steps and not look at it as why is this happening to me or this is happening and get caught in that cycle. So having that overall vision of my life and knowing where I want to end up keeps me going, and those goals are steps on that road. I mean, you got to be honest. Everybody, family, and friends ain't going to support them. As a matter of fact, sometimes it's the people closest to you that don't support you and don't see that vision. Because even with me, I take it for myself. A lot of people that knew me, growing up or knew my past life or knew my family, to them, that's little Henry. That's Lois' son. Sometimes they can't take you out of that box that they put you in themselves. So don't take it personal if your family and friends don't support you on your goals and everything. What's most important is that you know what your goals are, you know the why behind those goals, and you believe in yourself enough to keep going. And the thing about it is you'll get to a point where the ones that didn't support you, all of a sudden, they'll start supporting you. You'll just start noticing a shift, but you got to do it long enough. So sometimes you're going to do it and you're going to look around and ain't going to be nobody to clap for you. Ain't nobody going to be, so you got to give you a pat on the back. You got to look at you and know that you're doing enough and stay on that path. And that's what it's all about. Of course, we all want people to celebrate us and to clap for us and to help us out, but let's just be real. That's not how life works all the time. And sometimes I think it's designed that way because you got to keep going. So, if what happens if you don't get the support and the people don't do what you think they should do? Now, is that a reason for you to quit and not handle your goals? So I think it's designed that way. And the main thing is know the overall purpose of your life. Why are you trying to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish is the most important. Course, especially if that goal is so big and it's like looking at it, it could be like, wow. Then take that goal and break it down into more manageable steps. And then it's like each one of those steps you could check off, and that keeps you motivated, because if the goal is too big, you might just look at it like, wow, how am I ever going to do this? And just the sheer size of the goal is going to keep you stuck for a minute. So yes, break it down in as many manageable pieces as you need, because it's about progress. You don't have to take 10 steps overnight. Just take a step, a baby step. They add up. Just start to take the steps and to keep going. So break it down as manageable as you need to do to keep you focused. Well, you will get stuck somewhere on your journey. It's inevitable. That will happen. It seems like everything, what's Murphy's Law? Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Again, I think it's a test. And when it happened to me, I just looked at it like, okay, this is some more adversity that I got to come through, and I'm going to be so much better on the other side. And this is one thing I will say, and I listen to a lot of motivational speakers. I've read a lot of self-help books. And it's often said it's not about the goal, but the person you become to reach the goal. And as I have set goals and seen the things and the steps that I had to do to achieve those goals, I learned a lot about myself. I had to change some things. I had to dig deep. So that adversity is going to come, and it's just a test. And fall down 7, stand up 8. Don't worry, keep going. You got a breath in your body, you can keep fighting, and you're just gonna be stronger, you're gonna be more resilient, you're gonna be able to persevere so much more. And when you get to the goal, you're gonna be proud of the person that you became on the way to achieving the goal. Take this one from Zig Ziglar. If you help enough people get what they want, then you too can have what you want. And that's the whole thing. This thing of humanity that we all live in, it's about being in service to others. And by you helping other people and living in that sense of community, other people will help you. And it's just like one hand wash the other, and we both wash the face. So of course, anytime you're in a position to help your fellow human, then that's what you should do without any benefit or regard for what's in it for you. So yes, please, each one, teach one, and that's how we make this whole thing better. We all work together, because at the end of the day, we stuck in this together. We in the human family. So yes, everybody should be helping each other achieve their goals, and telling each other that it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to have fears, and it's okay if you fail at something, you're not a failure, because we all have the same fears, failures, and things in life, and want people to like us and want to be accepted by everything, because we're social animals. So yeah, man, do something for somebody else. Remember, don't try to get things. Remember what you can give, because that's what it's about. That's why they say giving is better than receiving, because it not only does something from the person that's getting, it also does something from the person that's giving. You're asking me, should you celebrate? Of course you should celebrate. I look for reasons to celebrate. Celebrate life every day, every chance you can get. You only get one life. Hey, like Jay say, live it to the fullest and love it while you're alive. But yes, of course, celebrate it. You know, that sense of accomplishment, that win, pat yourself on the back, be proud of yourself. So yes, celebrate, and celebrate often. The most important thing to me when it comes to goals is writing them down. Like they said, what's written is real. There's been plenty of studies that suggest people who write their goals more apt to attaining them. One reason, you can look at them, and seeing it helps to reinforce it. And what I like to do is every Sunday evening take out the list of goals and read them before I go to sleep. So I wake up with a renewed sense of urgency on that morning to get things done. So that's one of the most important things I would say about the goals. And when you're having goals, it's an acronym SMART. Make sure your goals are SMART. Make sure they're specific, measurable, attainable, relative. You can't say, I want more money, because what if you get $1 more this year than you had last year? That's more money. So you really must be specific and say, this time next year, I will be like to earning $20,000 more, whatever the salary is or whatever that specific thing. So for example, a measurable goal, something like weight loss, that you can actually say, my goal is to lose 10 pounds in the next 3 months. And you can measure that to see if you're on track and see where you're going with your goal. So you need something measurable. So you got specific, measurable, attainable. Now, attainable, you gotta set goals, in your line of work with what you're doing and your different things like that. So it's something that you can reach. You can't have never hike before and say you want to go hike Mount Everest next week. It's not attainable or whatever. So make sure it's something that is attainable, because if you set a goal that's too big, you're going to get frustrated when you're not able to hit it. Your goals need to be relevant. So let's say for weight loss, for example, a goal with that would be to eat healthy, something that is in line with what you're trying to do, and it's going to keep you focused and narrow on that track. You don't want to set goals that are too scattered all over the place. You want to set goals that are time bound because they give you a sense of urgency. If you say in the next 6 months, I plan to do such and such, then that gives you a time constraint to get it done, and you don't just be lackadaisical like you can, got any time to do it. So time bound is going to give you that sense of urgency to make sure you don't get sidetracked and you stay focused and keep doing what you have to do. So remember to write your goals down. What's written is real. What Denzel said, a dream without a goal is just a wish. You know what I'm saying? So make a plan for your life, design your life, and I'll meet you at the top.